When I see the artists feel like, like they were respected and given, like honored the right way, it makes me feel good.
LL Cool J is set to host this year's iHeartRadio Music Awards for the second time after he first emceed the ceremony in 2022. He spoke to The Hollywood Reporter all about this year's show and its A-list honorees. What made you want to return to the iHeartRadio Music Awards and host the show again this year?
It's fun to do cool stuff and be close to music fans, the music artists, the epicenter of what's going on in music currently.
You've hosted many award shows over the years. What do you think makes a great award show host?
Well, I think it depends on the person, right? Everybody's different. Like, I'm not a comedian, so I'm not going to be up there cracking jokes and doing skits, right? But for me, it's just getting out of the way and letting people have fun and making it about the artist. When I see the artist feel like, like they were respected and given, like honored the right way, it makes me feel good.
There's so many amazing artists involved in this year's show. Yeah. Mariah Carey, who you've collaborated with before, is receiving the Icon Award. How would you describe her legacy and her impact on the music industry?
It's undeniable. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of music, from the up-tempo remixes with Old Dirty Bastard and that whole era with the roller skating and all of the fun stuff she did, to, the holiday albums and the Christmas albums and all of the stuff she does with that, to the early days with, her coming out like on the heels of Whitney and putting out all those power ballads and all of those really cool songs. I mean, Mariah has been someone who's inspired women, for years. And I'm happy for her. It's kind of funny to me, because I remember when she started, like quite a few years after me, when she started, and I just look at it now and it's like, I can remember the first album and now we're calling her an icon, So it's, I think that's cool.
You probably also remember when Nelly started.
Of course.
And he's receiving the Landmark Award and performing. What's it like reuniting with him for a show like this?
So Nelly is somebody else who I'm really happy for, right? I just remember seeing, Hot in Here and, that summer, that time, there was just a time and a moment when Hot in Here was all you heard all day long. Him just coming out with, all of those various songs, back to back to back, Street Sweeper, down, down, baby, all of those songs. And so for him to be celebrated in this way and to get that nod and that tap that says, hey, you're here to stay, I think that's really cool. And I'm happy for him, and I'm sure he feels good.
This year's other special honorees include Lady Gaga, who will receive the Innovator Award, and Taylor Swift, who will be honored with Tour of the Century for her Eras Tour. Since the show is all about celebrating the artists we hear on the radio, we had to ask LL Cool J this. Since this is the iHeartRadio Music Awards, What do you remember about the first time you heard yourself on the radio?
Oh, man. I remember being on Farmers Boulevard. It had rained that day, and DJ Red Alert played my song, and it was playing in a game room behind me, and I was standing out on the street, and the game room had a sound system in it, and guys were in there. That's when they used to have the big, arcade games and stuff, and it was only like 3 or 4 games, but we called it the game room. It was really a store, and guys were in there, and a dude came up to me. He said, "Yo, man, that's you on the radio." And I remember just staring at the, the street with the moonlight hitting off it, and I was like, yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. And I just looked at him like, yeah, I like that. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I like that. You know what I mean? And that was a moment. It registered in my soul. Some things just kind of happen and go away, but certain things, they stick in your soul. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be there when the credits roll. So it's like, that was special. And it was not only special for me, but it was special for the world, because we were about to do something with Def Jam that would change the landscape of hip-hop and the landscape of music.
Coming up, LL Cool J is bringing back his Rock the Bells Hip-Hop Festival for another year. He opened up about the event that will take place this June in New Jersey.
This festival is about those artists and about seeing them have a place in history and about seeing them get celebrated the way they should and giving them a platform that honors them and giving the fans an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to engage with artists that they may or may not have had a chance to see if it wasn't for this really special moment.
You can catch LL Cool J hosting the iHeartRadio Music Awards on Monday, March 17th at 8 p.m. on Fox. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.